It's Update Monday. What's going on with ya, big dog? And it is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope that your day is going phenomenal, but if it isn't, don't let what happened at the beginning of your day ruin the rest of your day. Speaking of such, it is Update Monday. It's actually been 1 year and 1 month. Wait, hold on. I'm not a time traveler. It hasn't been that long. It has been 1 year and 1 week of kicking rheumatoid arthritis's ass. Physically, I feel great. I'm actually dunking now. Can't wait to show you guys that on Yu-Gi-Oh! Generations, a series that we have coming up. But mentally, we could be better. One thing that's been bringing me down is that the channel has not seen the growth that I would like it to see. But that's pretty much based off of past expectations. One thing that Uncle Shay has always told me is to update your resume. Basically, for the people that don't know, what updating your resume means is that it doesn't matter what happened in the past, whether it's good or bad. No matter what you do, you always have to take a new step forward and try your best to be the best you, hopefully even a better you going forward. This is the type of mentality that separates the goods from the greats, the immortals to the gods, the Kobe's to the Jason Tatums. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do you like that. But in all seriousness, it doesn't matter what happened in the past, update your resume. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing about the top meta Yu-Gi-Oh! Strategies. Despite what some people may think, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has 100% changed over these past couple of weeks. And I want to give you the rundown on how the meta has been changing, as well as some strategies that you should be watching out for. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in so we can start talking about what exactly is changing in this particular meta. Hi guys, and salutations to the people that are just meeting me. I am Intelligent Cali, and today I'm going to be teaching you a lot about the meta. So yes, the current meta is still dominated by Theater Cali's Despia, Sword Soul, and Cali the Don's Fluent Race. Those decks are still very prevalent. But what I have been noticing through statistical analysis is that there are other strategies that are really priming to make the meta change. The Adventure Token engine has been so powerful for so many strategies, it literally provides a disruption through Wandering Griffin Rider, and when you play it inside of a deck that doesn't use its normal summon, it's practically free. Bonus points if you need to discard cards from your hand to the graveyard. There's also the Therion strategy that has fully developed into a complete monster. Being able to summon Therion King Regulus is almost as equivalent as summoning Wandering Griffin Rider. The only difference is Therion King Regulus can activate its effect under cards like Skill Drain and still be able to negate the effect. Also, since Therion King Regulus negates the effect of a card and not the activation, it can play around cards like Branded Paradise, preventing the activations of cards from being negated, as like I said just before, Regulus does not negate any activations. And then there's a new engine that has just been taking over and dominating. The P.U.N.K engine is amazing, being able to get any synchro 8 to your side of the field, as well as has access to Crystron Hockley Fibrix. These 3 engines have been implemented inside of some of the top strategies inside this meta, and some of the other Calis will be able to dive deeper into them. I just hope that you're prepared. Those fools! They don't understand that while Theater Cali, Cali the Don, and King Cali fight, it is I, Nerd Cali, that will be providing you information that you need, as well as Conspiracy Cali and Thug Cali. You are no longer gonna call me a nerd or give me wedgies. Thank you, Intellectual Cali. You have made the entire Caliverse just that much more interesting. One strategy I actually want to talk to you about is actually a very powerful strategy from last format. We thought that the banning of cards like Predaplant Vert Anaconda, as well as the limitation of Red Rose Dragon, would definitely prevent this deck from being competitive, but hey, you really didn't stop anything here. Formerly known as base.
The base deck, that's what I usually practice the most for and theory craft my deck for.
Yeah, so like the Adventure Synchro deck, right? Like the 10E one, yeah, definitely a popular pick.
The Adventure Synchro strategy is still really powerful inside of the meta, and there's a couple of reasons why. The main reason is that hand traps are only really powerful when you can play a bunch of them, and that's exactly what the Adventure Synchro engine can do. Not only because they can serve as a tool of disruption to be able to stop your opponent, most of them are also still tuner monsters, so you can summon them to your side of the field and still start your combos, or special summon them off of Crystron Hockley Fibrix to continue your combos. And speaking of continuing your combos, even though Red Rose Dragon has been limited, it really doesn't matter as Crystron Hockley Fibers can special summon it to your side of the field, and with the correct extenders you can still keep playing. There's been literally nothing but extenders in this Yu-Gi-Oh card game that has been printed. Of course, the Adventure Token engine in itself is just one giant extender on the way of being a negation. Wandering Griffin Rider plus Red Rose Dragon is a better on the floor without having to lose your negation. And then your token monster is a level 4 monster, allowing you to synchro summon into Shooting Riser Dragon to synchro summon into other cards, but also send cards like Fairy Tale Snow from your deck to your graveyard, and you know how powerful that card can be. There's also this deck's newfound love with the P.U.N.K engine, as not only are the P.U.N.K cards excellent extenders being able to summon themselves to the side of the field, they can easily synchro summon into cards like Chaotic Ruler to Chaotic Magical Dragon, which does nothing but help the Adventure synchro strategy, putting Water Enchantress of the Temple to the graveyard, but also allowing you to add hand traps from your deck to your hand, a lot of times a tuner, to be able to synchro summon again or make Christian Hockley Fabrics to search the Red Rose Dragon. Yugi Boomer Cali would be excited to say, "Get those punks off my lawn and take them on an adventure." And that's exactly what this strategy is doing. It's really powerful inside of the format. And for the people that want to see the TheCaliEffect version, I will be posting these profiles on Patreon, just as a special thanks to everybody that has been supporting, because paying my editors has not gotten cheaper. It just got more expensive. Hold on, regular Cali. You might be onto something. P.U.N.K is an acronym that not many people know about. What exactly does P.U.N.K stand for? Put unnecessary new cards in the graveyard. The P.U.N.K strategy is built on being able to send cards from the deck to the graveyard indiscriminately. You know what else discriminates? Well, strategies that have not been competitive for a very long time are finally making waves. Not only have these strategies been seeing tops across the nation, they've actually been seeing tops across the world. You can say that you've been punked into thinking that these strategies were bad because they're making a resurface. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. I guess Conspiracy Cali reminded me about how the P.U.N.K strategy has actually been taking over the meta. Conspiracy Cali is actually right. The P.U.N.K engine elevates so many other decks in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! It's actually ridiculous. There are strategies that players may have been really holding on to, really hoping that these strategies will re-enter the top tier status, and P.U.N.Ks actually make it a lot viable. Reason being is because this deck has easy access to Chaotic Ruler to Chaotic Magical Dragon, as well as the ability to be able to synchro, link, or exceed summon because of the effect of Deer Note being able to special summon a P.U.N.K monster from your graveyard to your side of the field. I genuinely love how this will probably be its own top tier deck down the line, but helps some underachieving strategies at the current time. Strategies like Lightsworn, Thunder Dragon, Orcas, Zombies, even Shadalls, they all get a significant boost from the P.U.N.K strategy. But there is one deck that is genuinely a cut above the rest right now. It's actually the P.U.N.K Therion strategy. P.U.N.K Therion literally can be considered the best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think no one in a competitive circle will bat an eye if you said that. And the reason because his Chaotic Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon, not only serves as a way to get P.U.N.K monsters into your graveyard, as well as Therion cards into your graveyard, it can also allow you to add light and dark hand traps like DD Crow and Effect Veiler, cards that are fairly good inside of this format for free. And on top of that, while Therions are pretty good by themselves, they're actually ridiculous together. Being able to summon Therion King Regulus to your side of the field is a free disruption, but it's only better when you can equip other Therion monsters like Therion Lily Borea or the Therion Pulse Ain to be able to gain additional effects of being able to either search or destroy cards on the field. The Therion strategy can make some genuinely hulking combos. Not only does it have access to the Scythe Lock to prevent the opponent from special summoning from the extra deck, it actually legitimately can end your opponent's turn. I made a video on this, and literally you will not be able to play Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're going against this particular P.U.N.K Therion strategy. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is 100% changing, and I think that combo decks like P.U.N.K Therion are going to be the new wave, being able to consistently dodge cards like Dimensional Barrier, unlike strategies like Despy and Sword Soul can't do, and also still being able to put some menacing boards on your side of the field. Hey guys, Editor Cali here, and yes, I'm fully aware of the entire Cali universe. In the future, we have some really amazing things that will be really excited. But there are two other strategies that I really want to mention to you because these are amazing and they just did really well at the Nationals over the weekend. The first strategy I want to talk to you about is the Plant Sunavalon strategy. Now, we actually just so happen to have done a combo video on this deck because in one card, that is the Sunseed Genius Loki, you can actually make some really cool, devastating combos. One of my favorite cards from the strategy is the Trap card. I cannot remember its name, but whoosh, there is that card right there. It is a one-sided walking skill drain that is searchable all the way through that one card combo. But again, this is another deck that can use both the Adventure Token engine to insulate its combo and also the Therion engine, seeing that Therion's Libromancer is a searchable plant monster through this deck and allows them to perform full combo. And the next strategy I want to sneak in really quick is a strategy that just so happened to get first at Nationals in the UK. Drytron is incredible, but if you've been watching these videos, I've been telling you that for quite some time. There are two different Drytron builds that have been really popular. The first is the Amorphactor Pain build, which allows you to address Exceeds, Synchros, and Fusion monsters all in one monster, as well as skip your opponent's main phase too. And then there's also the Vanity's Ruler version. It's, you like special summoning? Yeah, I heard you like special summoning. Vanity's Ruler completely cuts the opponent out of special summoning. It's like Artifact Lancia. Wait. No, that's the wrong one. It's like Artifact Scythe. It's like Artifact Scythe, but way worse, as you can still special summon to your side of the field, and as long as Vanity's Ruler exists, then your opponent won't be able to special summon. And speaking of Artifact Lancia, this is a deck that can main board and search Artifact Lancia, as well as important hand traps like Herald of Orange Light, what gives this deck so much combo potential. These two strategies are genuinely ridiculous right now, and are helping aiding towards this meta change that we're going through. I think I said something about, what did I say? Scythe Lock in order to get to the next part. I'm pretty sure the next Cali will help me out here. And speaking of the Scythe Lock, there actually are strategies that are really good at being able to set up the Scythe Lock and stop your opponent from getting rid of the Scythe Lock, allowing you to be able to play. With that being said, my favorite strategy right now is the Libromancer strategy, mainly because its name origin derives from Libro, which is definitely a play on the library, and Mancer, which is a spellcaster class. Is definitely something that I like. Now, if I'm gonna cut it to the nitty gritty, there aren't a lot of great Libromancer cards. This deck did get second at a national event though, and it's all thanks to the new card from Dimension Force. Libromancer Fire allows you to special summon himself to the side of the field, and then add another Libromancer from your deck to your hand. Then there's also Libromancer Geek Boy, which actually does a similar thing, except this time it adds a Libromancer spell from your deck to your hand. These two cards are the perfect storm, as not only are they extenders to your side of the field by having a ritual monster in your hand, they also allow you to get really powerful Libromancer cards like Libromancer First Appearance, which can ritual summon and search additional cards, and Libromancer Doombroker. This card's also really good. The reason why this is so important is because Doombroker actually allows you to set Libromancer Intervention, which can negate an opponent's card effect and special summon a Libromancer to your side of the field. And seeing that your Libromancer cards are great extenders, it's very easy to be able to link summon into an Artifact Dagda and synchro summon into a Baron de Fleur, which sets up those fools. They don't even know that we're about to Scythe Lock them with Baron de Fleur, special summoning the Scythe from the graveyard if we don't make Christian Hockley Fabrics. And just in case they used a card like Forbidden Droplet, we have our Libromancer Intervention, which can stop that unless they send a trap card. Libromancers are nothing to sleep on. It is easily one of the best decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it just topped a national event, so don't sleep on the Libros, bro. I'm really getting tired of Cali hoeing me. I really want to talk about some Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. Talk about how Marine Cess and Madoche is fire, boy. You ain't messing with them joints. But anyways, that's really all we got for the video today. If you want to see more content, go ahead and click on these. Actually, you better click on another content. You already heard Cali at the beginning. Get that growth up, get that viewership, and share it with somebody. We also gonna be streaming. We stream every day at Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Streaming some Master Duels, so don't come in with that TCG boy. Y'all keep y'all head up, stay dangerous, and I'll catch you on the next one though.